What up? What's up? You gonna react to some BTS today?
Nah, not today. Today we gonna talk some real shit.
Bro, I'm proud of you, man. You got like monetized already on YouTube?
Yeah, man.
How'd you do that, bro?
Uh, so I just kind of broke it down, bro. Like I like to always look at my analytics and just
Okay.
kind of see what my video is doing, what's working, and what's not. I realized that my shorter videos were getting a lot of views, but not
Yeah.
a lot of watch hours. So to get monetized, you need 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. My subscribers were moving up, but my watch hours were they were teetering.
Yeah.
And I got one video that hit 10,000 views, and it was maybe like 6 to 8 minutes. And then I had another video that had 7,000 views, and it was 11 minutes. But the 11-minute video had double the amount of watch hours than the 10,000 view
Yeah.
video. And so I'm like, oh shit, like the longer videos work.
Yeah.
So I put out a video that was an hour long, and that video blew up. It got like 100,000 views
Oh shit.
and over like 30,000 watch hours.
Was it so it was like 100,000 views, an hour-long video, so you got 30,000 hours, so that alone would have monetized
It
you.
monetized me right there.
Oh,
And
damn.
literally after posting that video, I think it took 3 days, and I was already monetized.
What was the video about?
It was a reaction to a group, and it was pretty much just like their startup. And so I did like a funny little intro, and I knew the intro would keep people watching, and then from there I just went.
What is it like what is the reactions? Cause like you put me onto that. I didn't
Yeah.
even know that was a thing, so I started doing reactions to like financial guys like Grant
Absolutely.
Cardone or what's that other guy we did? Dave
Yeah.
Ramsey and stuff.
Yeah.
And those seem to be like more popular than the actual content where we're putting out
Yeah.
information. So how what do you think it is that gets people attracted to reaction videos?
I think people have things that they like, and they want to see other people's reaction to that. So you could be a sports fan, and it could be the greatest Super Bowl ever with the Patriots, and people want to see your reaction to that. Like I came across it. My cousin gave me the advice. She was like, "You should do a reaction video. People love them." And I didn't think anything of it. I was like, "Who wants to watch me react to something?"
Yeah.
But it worked. People love it.
And then you're reacting only to BTS?
Right now, I am, but I'm expanding my content. So I started switching up my content the last like 2, 3 videos. My cousin actually told me, she was like, "Hey, have you heard of K-pop?" And I'm like, "What the hell is K-pop?"
Yeah.
So she was like, "I'm gonna send you a list of videos, react to them." And I'm like, "All right." So I watch it, I post it, and then I look up the next morning and I had 1,000 views, like that.
Holy.
Like that. So I kind of went down this little rabbit hole of pretty much reacting to these videos, and it blew up. But I'm at a point now where I need to start expanding my content because I don't want to be known as a K-pop reactor. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's kind of like the difficult part is once you put yourself in a niche, you kind of have to redefine that if that's not something that you want your content to stay as.
Okay. What are some of the next steps for like what you want to expand on?
Ultimately, I want to transition my page completely. Like I like doing the reactions. I may do them here and there, but I want to start transitioning to more of a
Okay.
lifestyle channel. So like challenges, just everyday life. For example, I'm in a transition right now where I'm trying to drop some weight.
Okay.
I got that Kobo weight on me. I got that baby weight. So I'm trying to challenge myself, give myself 30 days to get in as good a shape as possible.
Okay.
And I think that kind of content really resonates with me because I want to be better. Self improvement is everything. And I think it's relatable to people because we're all going through things right now. We're all trying to become more financially aware. We're trying to become more healthy as humans. So I want to show people the human side of that while we're going through that journey so you can do it with me.
I gotcha. So you're gonna be like posting videos of you working out, your
Yep.
diet, eating.
Yep.
Is this something that you're like have a camera on you all the time, or how is like what's your strategy behind creating this content?
So the way I want to break it down is I'm going to be talking. It's going to be me in front of the camera. I want to be talking about the experience while you're also seeing me go through it. So it'll be showing clips of me working out while talking about it, while also showing the struggles that I went through. So, for example, it could be me running on the treadmill, me talking about how difficult it was in the beginning compared to now, and then a breakdown of it after the workout of me just kind of dying in front of the camera. So I want to get creative with it because I don't want to be like every other YouTuber. So it's the difficult part is being original while still providing content that people want to watch.
Yeah, I love that. So like the way I'm envisioning it is
Mm-hmm.
like you have the film session of your workout, and then you're like on the bottom corner just like talking about walking people through that workout.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I love that. So that's still like kind of ingraining your original starting point of like I'm gonna react, but now you're more given a reactive perspective to your actual lifestyle and like what you're going through it.
Exactly.
That's awesome. I've been trying to figure out how to incorporate like my daily workouts
Mm-hmm.
into like my content, but it's like I haven't been able to. We're scheduled to at some point do like a whole gym session
Yeah.
and like video it. You've seen me at the gym, but like I don't know why I'm embarrassed by it.
You
Like,
shouldn't be.
dude, when I went through my weight cut, like
Mhm.
this last week, I had to drop 14 pounds in 3 days.
Shit, that would have been a killer video right there, bro.
Bro, I was dying. Like, bro, I was like a lady from the gym came up to me
Uh-huh.
because I was hunched over, like outside the gym, and I couldn't stand up.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand up. I couldn't move. Like, she came out. She's like, "Are you okay?" And I couldn't even lie. I was like, "I'm not okay." Like, I was like, "I gotta weigh in 2 hours. I haven't drank water. I haven't ate. I haven't done like I just need to get this weigh in over with so I can
Absolutely.
be done."
The grind. But see, that's what people want to see.
Yeah.
Because people want to see the real life stuff. Like they don't want you to say, "Hey, this is what I look like before. This is what I look like after." They want to see the journey. They
Yeah.
want to see the struggle and the grind that you put into it because it's the same thing. If a person's trying to drop 14 pounds in 3 days with you, they want to see that you're dying as much as they are.
Yeah,
They
dude.
want to see that real life reaction.
It was horrible, bro. It was horrible, dude. A bath was painful.
Jeez.
Like, turn on your bath to as hot as it can go,
Yeah.
and put like Epsom salt in it, and just stick your foot in there and see how much it burns. To stick your whole body in there and like sit there sweating, fucking horrible. And then I had to go like wrestle grown fucking men
Right after.
right after. It was intense, but I got lucky. Like my niece came down and she was
Yeah.
taking care of me, and she's just like, "You got this, Theo. You got this, Uncle." Like,
Mhm.
but that's we should have done content for that, but
So let me ask you, what's the next step for your channel? What are you ultimately trying to reach?
really it's like I have this vision, and we haven't put out the video yet, but it's really just empowering the Chicano culture. Like,
Yeah.
there's not a Hispanic male that's really prominent in like the motivational sphere. Like there's no, especially not from the hood, right? I feel like a lot of the Chicanos that are out there or Hispanics, they don't embrace the Chicano culture. They're not fucking bald. They don't cuss. They don't have that gangster swag to them anymore.
Yeah.
But like the African American culture has like Eric Thomas, the hip hop preacher, right?
That's true.
I fucking love that.
too.
He never gave up on being that person and having that presence and like ingraining himself into the community. He comes from Detroit, where you're from,
Yeah.
right? And so
know.
like, he really embraces and empowers.
That's
Like,
true.
hey, I come from the hood. Fucking, my mom was 17-year-old pregnant. Like,
Yeah.
I was homeless. Like, I come from nothing. Like, you can do it. We don't have that. The Chicanos don't have that, and
That's true.
we don't have that like guy who's. And then like in the movies, right? Like, so you look at the movies. I think the black community has really empowered themselves to go and change the perspective and the narrative in Hollywood of how they're represented.
That's true.
Like, we're not. We're still gangsters. We're still drug dealers. What's Netflix's top series? Fucking Narcos.
That's a fact.
Fucking
That is a
Narcos.
fact.
There's no Latino male that's fucking educated, that's empowered, that's fucking grinding, that has it all and is like, yeah, and I still am a little hood. Like I'll still throw down with you.
Yep.
You
Still
know?
remember where he came from.
Like that doesn't exist anymore. Either we sold out and we put on the suit and tie, and now we completely forgot about us being Latinos, and we embrace the light colored skin, but we don't have, they're not putting out the brown culture, and that's really my next step is like, hey, listen, I'm here, I'm in your face, and I'm Latino and I'm proud. And like, if you like it, cool. If you don't mess with me, then that's also cool. But like, I'm here to empower my nephews, my freaking cousins. Dude, my nephew grew up in the same house as me. On Christmas Eve, I just found out he's doing life in prison.
I feel like that's big, because to empower your culture, especially as minorities, we need that inspirational figure. You know, letting people know in our communities that like we have other outlets of, besides just being on the street slinging drugs. And I feel like you taking that initiative to be that role model is big, bro.
Yeah, it's pressure, man, and like,
It is.
dude, I'm investing so much in it, but like, I truly believe that with the right push and the right support, like, we can do some damage in the Hispanic community. Like, and not just the Hispanic, the African American community, everywhere in the hood, you know? Like, we need someone who came from there. You come from Detroit, look at you, suit, tie, manager at a bank, you're killing it on YouTube now. And like, you're just starting the phases of what's to come.
Absolutely.
And that's really what the next phase is going to be, is empowerment, motivating, coaching, and like really building that path to be like, hey, look, you can do this, right? Because a lot of times the kids, what they don't see is they can't see outside the walls.
True.
Right? They haven't seen anybody do it. So once they see somebody do it, though, they're like, oh wait, that's possible.
Mm-hmm. Damn, this about to take a, this conversation is about to take a turn now, because I want to dive into that. So I agree. I feel like I've always said that as far as the black community is, we don't have enough influencers. Like, we have ET, like you said, but take it back to the Black Lives Matter situation. All this stuff was happening, but no one stepped up and said what we wanted. We said we want to change. Well, what's the plan? How are we going to implement this? And I feel like having a leader, having someone that steps up and can talk about what we actually need to happen with like a game plan, because the world was listening, but no one came up with a plan. They said, we need change. Defund the police department. That's not, what is the plan?
Yeah.
What's the initiative? And I wish there was someone educated enough to step up and really start making a plan, address it in front of the world. This is what we need. This is how we're going to do this. This is what we need. This is how we're going to do that, and really step up and address that. And I feel like not just the black community, but also the Latino community, they need that just as well as we do, man. And I feel like we need someone that can stand up and really start addressing the things that need to be addressed, not just talking, not just saying, well, we need change. What the fuck is the change?
Yeah.
Give me a plan.
Well, what's the change? Yeah. What does it look like? What's the end goal? What's the end goal? We don't know. We don't know. We just want change. Bro, you guys got like the BLM movement.
Yeah.
You guys had a big thing,
Yeah.
and then the leader of the BLM totally screwed you guys.
Yeah, big time.
Totally screwed, set you guys back.
Drop the ball.
Yeah, and I shouldn't say you guys, set all of us back, all the minorities back.
Yeah.
Because, like, you had it right there. But man, you're, like, at least the noise is being made.
That's a fact.
The noise is being made.
The awareness is out there now.
Yeah. There's more push for equality. There's more push for diversity. Shit, yesterday we just had a implicit bias class.
Really?
Yeah, we just hosted that. I had like 30 people in here, and I mean, you know, I'm not big on like, you know, I leverage affirmative action for all the benefits that it brought me.
Yeah.
Got me into university and stuff because I didn't belong there. But at the end of the day, like, man, we're still like when I talk about my upbringing to people, like, it doesn't compare. Like, most people are watching, they've never been slammed by LAPD out in front of their house. I got pulled over by LAPD once, bro. I shit you not. This motherfucker pulls me over. I got my boy. We're driving my Infiniti, a 95 Infiniti J30. And I was busting a right onto Cesar Chavez. The cop is going perpendicular to us, sees us. We make eye contact, so he flips up a U-turn and pulls me over. And he gets to my window. He goes, you know why I pulled you over? And I go, no idea. He goes, because you're bald. You got two bald males in the front seat.
Yeah.
And you step out of the car. Okay.
Yeah. I can relate to that in a sense because I was born in Detroit. My mom knew that I needed a better life. So she took me out of Detroit, moved me to Livonia, which is a suburban area. So at that point, middle school to high school, I went to school in a predominantly white community. My school was maybe 10% black.
Okay.
And so I got to see things differently. It took me a while to adapt, but I got that perspective from being in the hood to now being in the burbs.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how once you're there for so long, you start to adapt.
Yep.
And when I became an adult, I was forced to move back to Detroit. And I seen things that I didn't see before.
Yep.
I used to driving down the street. I never got pulled over. No one ever said anything to me. I almost took on a persona that isn't culturally adapted with my people. And when I moved back to Detroit, I started seeing things. I started seeing cops pulling up on people for no reason. Started patting them down for no reason.
Yep.
And I was in a car with my brother. He was maybe 16 at the time. We're just sitting in a car talking, and a cop pulled up. There's 5 of them in one car. Never seen that before in my life. And they said, "Where the guns at?" I'm like, "What?" They said, "Where the guns at?" I was like, "There's no guns." He's like, "What's that in your lap?" I said, "A cell phone." He's like, "Fuck it." Pulled off. And I'm just looking, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I finally, at that moment, I realized that I was shielded from all that, bro. I was shielded from all that. I heard about it. That people got shot, people got killed. My cousin got shot by other cops. But, like, I didn't experience it. I heard it, but I didn't understand it. And that's when I knew that, we have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not in the suburban neighborhoods. It's in our own neighborhoods.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the problem is. Because I'm not sure, I know you grew up in the hood, but for me, I got taken away from it. So I heard the shit, and it didn't resonate with me until I actually experienced it. And that's where the problem is. It's not in the suburban areas, it's where our people are.
Yeah. It's right in the hood, man.
Yeah.
It's like right in the neighborhoods. It's where the kids are going to high school. It's where the kids are going to school, and they just, that's why I said you got to take them out of the walls, right? So you going and leaving to the suburbs, that's the prime example, right? Because you left the suburbs, you had a perfect understanding of what life outside the neighborhood was going to be like.
Exactly.
You understood what it was like to walk outside without anxiety.
Exactly.
Bro, I live in a gated community. I walked out the other day in my boxer tights and no shoes and a little T-shirt, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm chasing my daughter down the street because she wanted to go to the park. And I'm just like, and I'm walking and I'm like, God, I got no fear right now.
Yeah.
I got no fear. I've slept with my garage door open.
Yeah.
Right? Now it's like, man, that's such a luxury. Dude,
is.
back home, I couldn't leave my bike out front. You leave your bike out front for an hour, it's gone. You know, like you wear the wrong colors. I'll tell you the story. I went to university at UC San Diego, and I was always smart. Like I was always gifted. I got recruited to Johns Hopkins University when I was like fucking 10 years old because I was top of the state in mathematics. I was just naturally gifted. I got really lucky, and luckily I was a Viagra baby, so I'm an accident. My brothers are really old. So I had a lot of investment in me. Even though I was in the hood, I had people who had already left the hood.
Yeah.
So I go to university, and I join a fraternity. I come back home to visit. Bro, I had on pink fraternity letters. Gamma, Zeta, Alpha, in pink writing. And I'm standing outside waiting for my ride to come. And some dude from Maravilla rolls up. My neighbor, who was my best friend, was in prison at the time. But he looked exactly like me. 5'10", 5'11", 250, light skin, bald. And when I went to university, I started a chip on my shoulder, so I was still bald.
Yeah.
Still wore baggy clothes, but I just, pink fraternity letters. Maravilla rolls up on me, bangs on me. Where you from, Essa? What the fuck? I'm from nowhere. And he's like, fuck Hicks. That's the neighborhood I was in. And I was like, okay, dude. What do you want from me? And then he raises his shirt. He's got a strap. And he goes and reaches for it, and I go, throw down. And dude, I'm literally shitting myself inside.
But you can't show it.
You know? But I'm like, throw down. And he's like, fuck Hicks. And he throws up Maravilla. And I'm just like, fuck, man, here we go. And then he just like backs up and he's banging, Maravilla, Maravilla. And he walks away, and you know, my cousins bang too. And they're downstairs, and it was just like, it was like I went black. And I went upstairs, and dude, my uncle saw me and he's like, dude, what just happened? In Spanish, it was, ¿qué pasó, mijo? And I was like, man, that's the way. Like, this motherfucker, you know, was banging on me. He pulled a strap on me. I was like, this is why I can't come home.
Yeah.
This is why I can't come home.
Yeah.
Months later, bro, I got a little brother in the fraternity. Motherfucker goes home to South Central to visit his parents, caught in the drive-by, killed. That could have been me that day, right? Like, that's the hood.
Yeah.
That's the hood. It doesn't even matter if you leave. You come back, and you still get
like
caught
that.
in it.
Yeah.
And that's what it is, though. You know, like.
There's no other outlets out there though. Like when I go back home to Detroit, there's no jobs. Like you either work at Popeye's Chicken, KFC. Like there's no real jobs out there. So the only other thing is, I'm like, instead of making $10 an hour, I'm gonna go sell this weed on the street. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there's no outlet for 'em.
But now there is, bro. Like now there's, with enough desire, with enough passion, with enough dedication, discipline, you know, you get out.
But that's why they need people like us to see, because if they've never seen the other side, like I know homies back in the hood that won't even leave the hood because they know they go to the suburbs, they're gonna get flipped.
Yeah.
You know, like it's a mentality that's there, and they've never seen the other side. Like when I came into the burbs, I was the same way. Like pants down to my legs. I used to wear a bandana, my do-rag. Like I was different, and I wasn't gonna adapt. But after years of being in there, you eventually start to turn. You know, but it's just they have to be shown that, and that's why it's important for us to go in and put our arms around these young brothers and pull them out and show them like, yo, this is another way.
Yeah.
Like nobody that I've known back in the city owns a house, bro. I'm one of the first people in my intermediate family to actually own a property, bro. That's
incredible.
big. I'm one of the first people in my intermediate family that got married.
Congrats.
Doesn't happen in our culture, bro. In our community, people don't get married. They don't own houses. It's very, very rare that happens.
That's funny you say that, because I really want to go to Detroit and become a slumlord. I sold out.
Just fuck it.
Fuck it. I sold out. Nah, man, congratulations, bro. Like,
Thank you.
You know.
The goal for me, on top of the YouTube thing and just my financial goals, is I ultimately want to go back to Detroit. I want to own real estate. I want to create new businesses out there. Like everything I'm doing now, not only for my family, but that's what I want. You know, you could buy a house in Michigan for $50,000.
Yep.
In Detroit.
Yeah, hence the.
My dad's house is worth $10,000 right now.
That's ridiculous.
I can take the equity out of my home right now, buy my dad's home outright, and then all he has to do is pay the taxes. So imagine investing your money that we make here in Southern California, taking that back to a place like Detroit and making it a better place.
Yeah, that's incredible, bro. You got it, brother.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for doing this, homie.
Yes, sir.
We'll have to react to a couple of videos together. You have to show me how to make my facial expressions.
I got you. You just gotta.
I can't do it, man.
No, really, I just take the clips out of the video, like of my reaction, like the best part, screenshot it, put it on there, and that's it.
Yeah.
I don't prepare for screen like the thumbnails. I just find them and then edit them, and I get lucky.
Yeah. No, you did it, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother. Let's get it up.